A zillion years ago on Invisible Walls, one of the things we did was we had 10 topics in one show, and everyone just had a couple minutes to talk, and everyone could kind of discuss. And I liked that a lot, and you guys didn't get to participate in that, so we're kind of bringing this back. So I'll start really quick with my tiny topic. I got to go to a GDC session, first time ever, even though I've been to like a bazillion GDCs, and I'm into text adventure games because I'm a weird old person, and I saw one of the original guys who made Zork talk about how Zork was made. And it was so interesting to see this guy who made this game in 1977 and the woes and the trials and tribulations they went through mirror so many things now. Like originally they were just like college students. They had an idea to do this, make this game. It was too big. They had to chop it up into smaller parts from the mainframe version. They found a publisher. The publisher gave them really shitty box art they didn't like. Then they decided to self-publish, and they got to choose cool box art that they liked, and then just little weird doodads about when you were walking around in the dark, you'd fall into a pit, but then the guy was like, I was in the attic and I fell into a pit. And he's like, yeah. So that's like where the grue, which is like a thing, if you're in the darkness, the grue will come and eat you, kind of came from. So a little bit of computer folklore coming out. And I just thought it was kind of interesting to see, what's the old phrase, like the more things change, the more they stay the same. And I don't know if anyone saw the Peter Molyneux quote about like how indies are riding a big wave right now. And I just wanted to kick it off to everyone, the business of making games, not from like a Pactor angle, but just like, people who are into games. And obviously we play a lot of commercial games, we play a lot of indie games. Just as you guys thought about anything about, are we stuck in a vicious cycle, or are we actually breaking free from things right now?
I just feel like I hear nothing but bad stories from people, and I can imagine that, if you're somebody creating a game, all you want to do is you have this vision and you just want to see it through and you want people to experience it. Having people take that vision and not give a shit about it other than I want to make money with this has to just be a really horrible experience. And Brian Fargo said that for years, he was pitching Wasteland 2 to people. And they're just like, this won't sell. And then he thought after Fallout 3 came out, like, hey, this is kind of like Fallout. Maybe it'll work. Still no interest. And it's just funny to me, and I think Kickstarter is a big part of this. They put it on Kickstarter and a resounding success. And you've seen that with a lot of things, and Broken Age is like one of the prime examples. And it just makes me think that publishers actually have no idea what people want.
Yeah, it's like Lords of Shadow 2 just came out, and they were forced to put in those stealth sections because some, PR guy was like, oh, we need more gameplay variety. Like, let's put stealth.
Doubt it was PR, but yeah, some suit.
Yeah, so they were forced to put in these stealth sections that they didn't really care about probably, and it really showed in the gameplay, and it was just the worst part of the game, so.
Yeah, and like the face of the industry is like just changed. I think it's still in a period of transition where no one knows what to do with indies anymore because they're not really indies. They kind of are, but they're not. We're still calling them indies, these games. Or it's like, what makes the game an indie? Is it the spirit of it, or is it the amount of money put into it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm way more interested, like the word indie, like I'm glad people are doing stuff and being successful. I'm more interested in what I would call like experimental gameplay now. Like I think Super Meat Boy was the one game where I was like kind of into it, and I'm like, this game is what it is. Like there's cool stuff, obviously, what's his name? Dr. Fetus, Professor Fetus and stuff. It's like, it's funny and it's out there, but that game is, and no, that's not a slight against that game or like Binding of Isaac or anything like Team Meat's done, but yeah, I'm just getting a little more interested in things that kind of, like those Tale of Tales games and stuff that kind of go outside the curve, even if they're not always as successful, like the last Jason Rower game, Castle Doctrine.
Yeah.
Cool idea, not the best execution.